I'll speak a few words about my godbrother Anandamaya Prabhu, who probably none of you ever heard of. Gadadhar Pandit, you know him. We just got the news that he passed away from this world. I'm smiling. Vaishnava Vijay, devotee passes away, means he conquers over material nature. Actually, there are two godbrothers of mine I know of, maybe more, called Anandamaya. One was there in London when I joined. He also passed away some time ago. But this Anandamaya Prabhu I knew well over several decades. He came to Krishna consciousness in India, and after some time traveling around in India with devotees, preaching programs, he joined in Calcutta and spent a little time there. And then he traveled quite a lot with Achyutananda Swami, who he was always very appreciative of, and eventually settled in Hyderabad before Srila Prabhupada passed away, and he remained there ever since, in the same place, serving for decades, and specifically for several decades he oversaw the translation and publication of books in Telugu language, which again some of you may not have heard of, but it's a major language in the world. Maybe it's in the top 10 in terms of numbers of people speaking it. Should definitely be in the top 15 at least. Yeah, so I have also spent quite a lot of time in Hyderabad, Deccan. There's another Hyderabad in Pakistan. The one in India is Hyderabad in South India. I spent quite a lot of time there, and he was actually he made a suggestion to me which was very influential in the whole course of my life, because I'd been in India for about 10 years, well actually in and out of India, because I was mostly serving in Bangladesh and other countries, Bangladesh, Burma, Thailand, Malaysia, but I was in India quite a lot also in that time. But I'd never been to South India. Just one time shortly before that, briefly, I had some assignment in South India. Otherwise, I hadn't been there at all. And he suggested to me, I think it was just after I took sannyas, because we used to meet, he would come to the Mayapur festival. I would meet him there. And he suggested you should come to South India. He said you'll like it. He said you'll like it because he knew that I was much inclined to preach with Shastra, philosophically, and although preaching, quoting shlokas and analyzing shlokas, philosophical preaching is certainly more appreciated in North India than in Georgia. Of course, I don't know Georgia much, but I don't imagine that many people here are much interested in quoting Bhagavad-gita shlokas. In the Western world in general, in North India, or anywhere in India, there's more interest in that, but definitely more so in South India. And the culture is more genteel in general than in North India. So he was right. I did like it. And then subsequently, I spent quite a lot of time in South India, up to the present day. So I used to see him a lot. He was, if truth be told, he was badly treated by various administrations at ISKCON Hyderabad. But he wasn't the type to be angry or to take revenge. He just went on with his service. Very gentlemanly type. And he would be there always for the whole morning program. He'd come for the evening arati throughout his life in Hyderabad. Maybe just in the last few months he stopped due to failing health. And he was very interested in understanding our Vaishnava philosophy. And he was an assiduous reader of Srila Prabhupada's books, and he was also well acquainted with especially Madhva philosophy he took interest in, and other philosophical systems. And generally at the end of class, he'd always, if he wasn't giving class, he would ask some penetrating question. Not in a challenging mood, but just to churn the philosophical understanding. So he was a good friend to me, and I'll be happy to be in friendship with him well into the future, even though he's passed away. But he's not passed away. Look forward to seeing him again. Not exactly sure where or when, but we're all eternally linked in Srila Prabhupada's divine service. There are probably many more things I could say, but I won't say more now, just off the top of my head. So we'll go on to Bhagavatam class.